fire and ice, the dark side.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York. Tatum. Can't hit. And so Curry will bring it up for the New York Knicks. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And here's Wallace. And it's blocked by Kessler. Here's Bridges. Here he goes. Duran with the rebound. Chicago with the ball. The finish! Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
We'll go now to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Billy Donovan. Allie.
I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with him about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players, to the coaches, to the front office, and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Curry, no good. Here's Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Outside Sharp. Back to Wallace. Pass to Sharp. The three. The rebound by Bridges. And here are the Knicks. They trail by one. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Risacher does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he makes both from the line. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
Here's Curry. The Bulls making their last shot. Pass to Kessler. Thompson right side. Kessler, no good. Chicago leading. Outside Sharp. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Thompson with it. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Hasar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Chicago. Shoots over Curry. Tatum can't hit.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Thompson.
2 minutes.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Soft touch off the glass.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
The three from Curry hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Sharp. There's the three. Kessler with a rebound.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharp. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
Your 3-1-2 crew.
50 seconds left to play in the first. Inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risacher's future in this league.
Now here's Tatum. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hasar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Tatum. And the layup falls. Tatum's got 6.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Risacher. 7 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he makes both free throws. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And so the first quarter is in the books. New York out in front, up 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start.
The Knicks, 16.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Well, they keep finding ways to get to the free throw line. The defense is being overly aggressive, and they're baiting them into fouls.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. That they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Stand back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice.
Well, this is part of why guys love playing with Smart. He will reward you for getting open if you can.
Pass to Herter. Launches it. They get it again. And here's Valanciunas. Wagner outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Valanciunas. Down low. Another shot. Tries yet again. Oh, sweet move. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Rocking that rim. Jonas Valanciunas, the very big man from Lithuania.
Drummond. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. New York leading by 5. Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Herter from long range. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Yeah, there's the muscle from Valanciunas.
And here's Smart. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Smart on the drive. From the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Some solid defense from Drummond.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Smith left side. Rebounded by Pippen. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Herter. Pass to Pippen. There's the block. Here's Highsmith. Still without a bucket. Here's Drummond. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside Herter. It's stolen. Pass to Drummond. To win the cold spell. And the layup is up and in.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
Here's Pippen. Wagner, right side. It's Herder on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Clock at 6. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Bulls ball.
There's a minute 59 left in the second. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Smart with the ball. Wagner picks him up. A nice shot by Smith.
Well, and Smart probably deserves more credit for his ability to run the pick and roll. He's an outstanding decision maker.
A minute 31 left to play in the half. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Wagner outside. Pass to Valanciunas. The 3 ball. Rebounded by Hield. The Bulls trail by 3. A minute 9 left in the first half of basketball. Picked by Smith. Just 5 on the clock. And it's New York with a rebound. Following this game, they host the Magic. It'll be the first of 5 games in a row at home. They get the rebound. Outside Herder. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Matherin with the ball. Guarded now by Smart. 5 on the clock. Here's Herder with the drive. Shots blocked.
His struggles continue here in the second period. He simply can't get anything to fall.
Hield from outside. The offensive rebound. Takes the 3. Pure from 3-point range. It's a tie ball game.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot. Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. New York out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaden Sharp is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. There he is. The 3-point king delivers on cue.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad 3 for Steph.
Here's Christie. And he drives in. Good D by Kessler.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Outside Curry. To the wing on the left. Thompson outside. Now here's Curry. He has 6. With 1 on the clock. Second chance shot.
Christie. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. The 3 from Rizashay.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Tipped to the inside. Duren. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
Yeah, just so active. I love the passion Duren brings to this game. And the skill set, too, is developing.
And he sinks the second. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Pass to Rizashay. Here's the 3. Tatum pulls it in. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Bulls. 4-point game. The 3. Tatum drills the 3.
And Tatum takes a lot of threes. And you see why, given he has this kind of accuracy.
Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Rizashay's got 11.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
And it's Tatum missing.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Curry. Blocked!
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of you.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's Sharp. And it's in there. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Now Tatum. 11 points in the game. Here's Wallace. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And it's now just a 1-point New York lead.
Assertive move. You could tell the game's heating up a bit.
Curry with it. Picked up by Tatum. From behind the arc. Curry, no good.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor. But his teammates have picked up the slack.
And they take the lead. And the Bulls lead by 1. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Pass to Rizashay. The 3 is up. Duren with the rebound.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer it home.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Pippen. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Looking to end the run. And it's Herter with a bucket inside.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Outside Tatum. Deflected.
Great timing on the rejection. Wagner using his size and length to get the stop.
There's Tatum with the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Herter. Six on the shot clock. This one for three. Buries it from three. Herter's got 8. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Knicks.
The Knicks, 40. The time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Smart. To the paint. 4-3. No good on the shot.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Valanciunas. Now Herter. Pulls it from the top of the key. Smith with the rebound.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Smart. Shot clock at 5. Can't hit from in close. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
Valanciunas with a rebound.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged out.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Knicks lead by 4.
I mean, once Valanciunas gets it inside, we know what happens next. The big man is just doing his thing.
Back to Smart. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Highsmith. Healed on the wing. Over Matherin. And again, Chicago, no good. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Pippen. Valanciunas sets a screen. Inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, this is why you involve Valanciunas in screen and rolls, because he's adept at capitalizing on it.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Smith. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Both teams deciding to change it up. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Curry on the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Duren. Back to Tatum. Shoots over Thompson. Wallace outside. Outside Sharp. Outside Tatum. Fires for three. Kessler with a rebound.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Bridges outside. Curry looking it over. Screen by Bridges. There's the triple. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
Knicks leading by 7. And here's Curry for three. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
New York ball.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth quarter. Up top, Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. The three from Rizachet.
And I just love it when Sharp is committed on defense. He knows how to make things difficult for opposing players.
To the middle. And that one is hammered home.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player is tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
Pass to Kessler. It's stolen by Tatum. Outside Sharp. Stolen by Kessler.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Rizachet. Sharp grabs the miss. The Bulls trail by 5. Pass to Duren. Back to Tatum. Duren, the screen. Takes a three. Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Curry. Four on the clock. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Bulls ball.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
It's Sharp with the drive. He connects! A huge shot to tie it up!
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
Curry with it. Missed it!
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO.
Substitution on the court.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding. Yeah, no question Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
Duran with a steal. And a fast break now for the Bulls. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Thompson.
Ashar Thompson.
Sharp, no good on the free throw. Knicks trail by 4. Curry with it. Now Sharp defending. Out to Thompson. Rebound by the Bulls.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Outside Tatum. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
It's Bridges on the wing. Knocks down the triple. And it's now just a 1-point Chicago lead.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
On the wing, Curry. Here's the teardrop. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas. That gives him a double-double in this one.
The big man stepping up in the big moment. Valanciunas able to put the team on his back. Well, you know who their number one option is when they need a big bucket. And Tatum rarely disappoints.
Pass to Curry. Back to Thompson. Wallace with it. Now guarded by Curry. And here's Tatum. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Valanciunas. Thompson goes in. Yes!
What a huge moment for Thompson, showing how clutch he can be.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Christie. Six to shoot. Now here's Tatum. Driving inside. Misses the one-handed jam. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
Outside Tatum. The 3 is up. Can't knock in the 3. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
And so this one belongs to the Knicks. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught it.